100% of the way. It's Friday, people. The most casual of Fridays.
So welcome to Casual Friday at COPA Radio Cape Town. Woo!
It's our new, in inverted commas, segment where Shane and I, or, sometimes other people, will just talk about stuff that's happening in the world. Like, mainly music, but obviously we're going to get to some other pertinent things.
Like Kim Kardashian stole eye candy.
Sure, let's say that.
Yeah. And someone else out there is good looking. Like me.
Well,
yeah.
I don't know if that counts in the radio, man.
Why not?
They can't see us.
Yeah, but they can hear us. And
yeah,
do
well,
I
they
not
could hear
sound like eye candy?
They could assume I was like, I don't know, 16 years old and I'm from Belleville or whatever, but I'm not. And,
Oh, you're a very buff white guy.
I'm not. I'm one of those things.
You're not white.
Exactly. I said I'm one of those things. Yeah, it's a Friday. We're all like just a bit tuckered out from LPW. And, there's LPW happening right behind us right now, actually.
Yeah, the HETs are going at it with some funky groove or something.
I don't even know what song they're playing.
Neither do I, but it sounds funky.
Funky, vaguely country-ish.
Vaguely.
So something like, I don't know, it's not Johnny Highland, it's not Johnny Cash, I don't know what it is.
Could be Rob Zombie. That's very country-like, isn't it?
Country metal.
Yeah, like industrial metal.
I wouldn't go so far as to call industrial like country, but yeah.
Yeah, but they're industrial metal.
With a little bit of country thrown in.
Kind of. I don't know, he wears that country hat thing. He's
Rob Zombie is
weird.
just like all together, I don't know what he is.
Yeah, he's weird. He actually writes horror films.
Yeah, I've seen some of his stuff. It's a bit weird.
It's very weird. I saw one. Can't remember what it's called. But one of the characters is called Tiny, and he looks really malfunctioned.
That's basically all the characters in his stories.
That's true.
Didn't he do the Halloween
Devil's
remake?
Rejects.
Oh, I saw that.
Yeah, it's really
that thing
good.
is hectic. Devil's Rejects and the Halloween remake. No.
Yeah.
I honestly didn't think like a remake of Halloween would be a good idea, but Rob Zombie is actually really good.
But you know what's really scary though?
Please don't say Saw.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola Company.
Like what it does to your teeth or what it does to your waistline.
The fact that it owns most of the very popular drinks in the world. And then the other one's Pepsi. But nobody knows about Pepsi. Coca-Cola.
Yeah, I don't even every time I go to Burger King, I will intentionally avoid Pepsi.
Yeah, I drink 7-Up or Mountain Dew.
Yeah, 7-Up, Mountain Dew, Mirinda.
I don't drink Mirinda.
Sprite. I like the I almost said the purple flavor.
The grape
flavor.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like those drinks that you get that you mix. Tastes like that, but
Fanta.
carbonated.
The funny thing about stuff like that, like Fanta grape, Mirinda grape, and to a less extent, like what I call the poor man's drinks, like the
Jannie Verjaar Koeldrank.
Yeah, that stuff is like they all taste the same. It doesn't taste like grape, it tastes like purple.
No, you just think it tastes like purple.
I associate all grape flavored drinks with the color purple now.
Everybody associates anything grape with purple.
Well, unless it's like green
The
grape.
only drink under the sun that is grape flavored and not purple is grape tartar. Have you ever noticed that? It's actually like a maroony color.
Yeah, sort of like a winey kind of red.
Yeah. Which is weird because grapes aren't actually purple. You get red grapes and you get
white grapes.
grapes.
Yeah, it's a very strange thing to actually think about.
And it's not even white, it's green. They should be called green grapes.
This world's weird. I don't understand a lot of the things that people do.
Yeah. Like, why are white people Caucasian and black people are black?
Well, Caucasian coming from the Latin verb caucus, meaning white.
Ah.
Yeah.
And this is why I'm not Latin.
Well, Latin is a dead language for a reason. It's like, it makes no sense. Like, you
Neither
have to.
do I.
Dude, it makes less sense than you. Okay.
Oh wow. Okay.
Well, you know how you know some European languages have gender and whatever, right?
Yeah.
Like in Latin and to a certain extent like Italian as well, you've got like cases for different verbs. Different nouns have different genders. There can be dative, there can be nominative, there can be all kinds of things, and a sentence can change depending on the time of day, the gender of the specific noun, the person you're talking to, their rank in society, and so on and so forth.
So it's utterly useless.
It's a very class dependent language, but it's virtually useless for today's communication. Yeah.
So if it's class dependent, then like grade 3s and grade 4s would be.
I mean, if a grade 4 could learn Latin, I would be really impressed.
Oh, okay. There
is an amazing scene from a movie called The Life of Brian, which is called the Romans Go Home scene, where the main character Brian basically spray paints the words Romanes aut Domine est, which is kind of it's supposed to say go home Romans, but the syntax of the sentence was so incorrectly like written that like a Roman legionary walks by and he reads the graffiti and he's like, what? The people call Romans, they go the house. What? Yeah, that's how bad. And then he spends 5 minutes teaching him how to write Romans go home on like a wall. Then he tells him write it 100 times or I'll come back and castrate you.
That's very interesting, Reese.
What? It's a good movie.
Thank you for that. Yeah, I watched a movie too. It was called 300. Everybody died. It was brilliant.
Well, 300 dudes died.
Kind of reminds me of Game of Thrones. Everyone dies. It's like the guy who wrote it. What's his name?
J.R.R. Tolkien. Oh, sorry, no. George R.R. Martin.
Hello.
Almost went for Tolkien there. Almost. So close.
That was close. Yeah, like I'm pretty sure he wrote that script in the Death Note.
Oh yeah.
I just pulled some anime right there. Thank you very much.
For those who aren't in the know, Death Note is an anime about a guy who basically finds a book that allows him to write people's names in, and then they die.
And he can choose the cause of death and everything.
Yeah, he can.
And if he doesn't within 30 seconds, the guy dies or the woman dies from a heart attack.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
It's a great...
It's awesome.
Great anime.
I probably like it so much because I'm slightly psychotic. Slightly psychotic. Slightly psychotic. Okay, moving on. Sorry, I lost myself there for a second.
liked it because it was well written and it had great characters.
And everything's so intellectual too.
And also it made writing so intense.
Yeah, I did. Like, I took a chip and ate it.
There's literally scenes where he's writing in a book and it looks like he's having a sword fight, and it's amazing.
Yeah. It's weird. They take like the most unthinkable things and make it real.
Yeah. And like I said, the characters are amazing. You know, guys like L. Like the big thing is the competition between L and Light Yagami.
Light Yagami. Yeah.
But it gets intense towards the end.
But now that we've covered how nerdy we are, let's chat about this next song coming up.
Yeah, it's called Why Is the Rum Always Gone? The cough is obviously not in there, but again by Ruben and White Window. And the only reason I picked this song for today was because it's Friday, and I don't know about you guys, but it's been a long week. I'm gonna go home, kick back, open up a flask, and just have a drink.
That sounds like a plan. I really like that plan. I think I'm gonna do that as well. I agree with that. But before we speak any longer, this is Why Is the Rum Always Gone by White Window.
rum always gone? Spinning market while he hangs on a thread. I said I'm spinning market while he hangs on a thread. Said I'm singing this song, yeah. Why's the rum always gone? It's been a long time since I've seen that smoke. Said it's been a long time since I've heard that joke. Said I'm singing this song, yeah. Why's the rum always gone? Said I'm singing this song, yeah, and the rum stays gone.
Oh yeah. I feel like a drink now. Speaking of drink,
So good.
so you drink non-alcoholic beverages
Occasionally.
occasionally.
Well, dude, if I gotta drive, then better to have one, like, beer with like 0.1% alcohol than, you know, just nursing one whole Black Label all night.
I don't know. I don't really dig non-alcoholic drinks. It's kind of like, I don't know. There's just something wrong with it. It's like drinking non-alcoholic beers or beverages. It's kind of like going down your sister. It tastes the same, but it's just wrong.
Boom, chakalaka. Oh, you can tell it's Friday because we got hit straight away with one of Shane's infamously dirty jokes.
Yeah. Ooh. Gotta love it.
So bad. No, I just, like, on the topic of beer, I realized that if I go home, I have 2 6-packs of beer waiting for me. And I'm contemplating now, should I do the responsible thing, go home, rest up, and then take my guitar in for repairs, or, you know...
I already prefer the second choice. Or drink
the remainder of my 6-pack.
Who even likes being responsible? I mean, who can even adult? Not even adult.
Yeah,
Like,
dude.
damn.
I wash and dry and do dishes and stuff every day, and I'm like, how do people do this?
No.
I mean, I like washing dishes because it's this thing I can do with, like, I turn my brain off when I listen to music and I wash the dishes, but there are some, I hate doing my laundry, first of all, hate washing clothes, hate putting them on the line, and, you know, I've got a washing machine, I still hate doing that, and that's the convenient thing. I hate mopping, I hate sweeping. Well, sweeping on guitar I love, but sweeping floors and mopping,
Yeah, man. I know what you mean. I love banging too.
drums.
My drum kit. Yeah. Gotta love banging the drums.
Second one.
2 drums and a cymbal fall off a cliff.
The classic rim shot joke that everyone loves.
Oh, God, I love it. Wait, let's think of some more really terrible jokes.
How many do you have?
I have a lot. Like, here's a country joke for you. I told you this one downstairs. Okay, so what do bartenders do?
I don't know. What do they do?
They serve beer.
You know,
My jokes are so terrible.
for people who don't know anything about country, that will fly right past their heads. And I have a small headache now. I know what it is, but when Shane tells like a succession of jokes, I always get like a small, just like headache in the front of my head. It's not a stress headache.
It's like a pain in the backside headache.
Oh yeah.
It's like, you know, when you haven't taken a dump and you need to take a dump and you just like hold it in, you get that headache behind your eyes.
Oh, the pain.
Yeah, I'm the dump.
You are the perfectly spherical, compact, and wonderful waste that we have all been waiting for.
Thank you. It's like when you sit down and it just all flows out. That's like me walking away. You just feel this relaxing feeling come over you. It's just like, it's leaving. Thank you. You were great when you went in, but now that you come now, it's better. It's kind of like that with Indians and Indian food.
I am waiting with bated breath to find out where this goes.
It's like,
I'm just gonna look at you and go, where's this going?
okay, so like they're a pain when they come, and then it's kind of like you eating the curry and it burns your tongue, and then it hits your stomach. You're like, oh, that was good, and it's kind of like the conversation carries on, and it's like he calls you boss all the time. Yes, boss, and whatever, blah blah. And then when they leave, they get in their GTIs, and it's like ring sting. Because it's just like these big exhaust systems on these cars, and it's just like no, and then they can't drive. And it's just downhill from there.
It almost somewhat reminds me of I live in Athlone, which is
it's kind of like the 2 girls in 1 cup of Cape Town.
I'd say that's more Mitchell's Plain.
Yeah, okay, no.
But yeah, Cape Town is near, well, the area I live is near Gatesville, which is like the hospital area, but there's also eating places and whatever. And every Friday and Saturday, without fail, guys are dragging there from 12 until the next day. So I went out with some friends one night, right? And
Wait, before you go any further, what are they dragging?
They're dragging cars.
Cars?
Sorry, yeah.
But
yeah,
like,
drag racing.
I thought you meant dragging like dead bodies or something.
Dude! If you want... Oh, no, like drag racing, right?
Okay, cool.
So like, there's this place called Golden Dish right at the tail end of
Golden Dish?
Yeah.
In Athlone?
Yeah. It's right at the tail end of...
Is there any gold left?
No.
Of course not.
There's like... It's at the tail end of Gatesville, you know, so terminating into Lenteghe or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And I go down to Golden Dish sometimes to get myself a Gatsby at the end of the night. So I'm doing that, right? And there's a line of about 20 people going into the place, and I'm just standing there, and no jokes, there's a guy next to me. He pulls up his car next to my I-10, and it's like a souped up... This is the part that really confused me. It was a Hilux, like a Toyota Hilux, and it was souped up for drag racing. It had... You laugh, but I was just... I looked at it and I was like, bruh.
People, this is the world we live in. I mean, I've seen Chevrolet Sparks, 800cc Chevrolet Sparks, with wings on the back.
For what purpose?
I don't know.
Who is this for?
I don't know. It's like they put their foot down this massive exhaust pipe that looks like one of the wheels. It's pretty much the same dimensions. And he puts his foot down and he goes, and then by the time he's in 3rd gear, he's going like 20. Yeah, that's the world we live in. And then you go back to George, and the guy's driving city Golfs. It's not even a city Golf. It's got a Lotus engine in the bonnet.
And you're pushing like what, 160 in 4th?
It's not even a game, dude. I'm sitting there in my Vivo going vroom vroom vroom, and this guy pulls up. I'm just like, okay, cool, just bye.
Yeah, the other thing that really just perplexed me was that he had a roof spoiler on his Hilux.
A roof spoiler?
A roof spoiler. I'm just like, dude, why?
The downforce, bro. Like, that roof is gonna come off if it doesn't have a wing.
If it doesn't have a wing. And then he gets out of his car, everyone's looking at him. He gets in line behind me and he says, "What's up, brah?" And I'm looking at this guy. I'm looking at this guy's car, and I look back at him and I say, "Dude, what's up with you? Is that an actual? Are you serious?" And the guy's like, "Yeah, bro. This car wins me chicks." Like,
It wins him chicks.
what chicks, dude? What chicks want a guy driving a souped-up Hilux?
I'm pretty sure when, like the chicken mom is like, go get some Hilux, my little chick.
Go get a Hilux.
So it's like, tweet, tweet,
Go
tweet,
get
tweet,
you a
tweet,
man with a Hilux. What does he have? He's probably got like, I don't know, a removals company. When I think of someone with a Hilux, I think of like Jan or Peter on the farm,
A lekker boersje.
or a guy who's moving a couple of workers around. I don't think.
No, not
this-
even, dude. Those are the old Nissan buttons.
Yeah. I'm
Let me
like,
chuck a few guys in the
this
back
is
there.
this is the guy who's like, I don't know, I'm gonna just drive around with like VTEC engine just roaring behind this Hilux,
Yeah.
and it's gonna be fine. No.
You know what would be the funniest thing?
Oh,
It's a sad story that Toyota makes Priuses, because I'm pretty sure if Honda made a Prius, they'd be like Honda Prius VTEC.
yeah.
That would be sad.
I mean, the existence of the Prius is already and the smart car to a less extent is a tacit admission that humanity is in its last stages.
That's not true. The smallest car in the world, have you seen that?
I haven't.
It literally drives through a doorway. It's tiny. It's a one-seated little miniature go-kart
Why don't we just have Segways?
with a roof. What is a Segway?
It's that little thing with the two wheels that you hold up, sort of like a bike. It's like straight up like a pole, and you go.
Oh, right, yes.
The
Of
security
course, I've
guards-
ridden a Segway. Because people get stupid on Segways. I mean, a guy almost took out Usain Bolt with a Segway and a camera. Like
I
he
would-
drove up a wall and then fell on Usain Bolt.
I would pop a wheelie on one of those. I'm not even kidding.
Seriously?
Dude, how
Are
would
you going to pop a wheelie on a Segway?
You just like turn slightly to the left or right.
That's just driving on one wheel. But that's enough of our stupid conversation
Yeah.
for a day. This is Shane Carew and Reese Jacobs on COPA Radio. Thanks for joining us again today, and we hope you have a wonderful weekend.
I never get tired of hearing that.